walk away from him too, friend? Would you just walk away from me and leave me lying there wet in your piss? I wish I was dead. I wish I was dead. What is wrong with this world, good people? Who cares for who in this world? Who cares for me? What is wrong with me? Am I not a man? Mr. Chairman. This scene, Toastmasters and guests, is from the play Sizwe Bansi is Dead. It's a masterpiece of South African theater. It was set in the apartheid era, a time of systematic dehumanization and oppression of black South Africans. In a Shakespeare in Paradise production, I had the honor of playing Sizwe, and the anger in his voice, and the pain in his words, and the haunting question he asks, reflects his anguish over a world where humanity seems to have forgotten itself. His words, "Who cares for who in this world?" resonates deeply, even in today's context, especially when we consider our selfie generation. Driven by curated moments, instant validation, and public performances, a good deed seems incomplete without proof of it. And I can tell you as an elected official, they said if you didn't capture it, it was one of the most uncomfortable times for me, having to take a picture all the time, everything you did. They said, if you didn't capture it, it didn't happen. So we had to go through the motion. The lens of the camera became the lens of identity, where actions are filtered for the audience appeal rather than their authenticity. Here's an image. You may have seen it before, where the act of giving is overshadowed by the desire for public validation. And the emphasis on taking a selfie suggests that the giver's priority is not the act of kindness, but the appearance of being kind. There's nobody in here like that. When we give, and these moments become performative rather than genuine. We call these performative generosity. What really matters here, Toastmasters and guests, is motive. It's the time when we determine, why are we giving? Is it for the performance of it, or is it really genuine? Are our acts truly to help the other persons or to gain social praise and approval? Now, this image here highlights the difference between outward actions and inward intention, where true character, the image suggests, is revealed in actions done without the expectation of recognition. So, you would have been here, some of you would have been here a few weeks ago when I mentioned the elderly lady of Haitian descent who I met when they brought her into the shelter right after Dorian. When she arrived, she was famished, she was frail, she was literally dead, and she was alone. No known family members in the Bahamas. And it was something that immediately drew me to her. And I began to nurse her back to health. And when the shelter closed, as opposed to letting her go into a home, I thought it was only natural, since I was already taking care of her, to bring it in with me. The simple act surprised many people. Some called it noble. Others thought I was crazy. Some asked, how could you do it? And my natural thought was, how could you do that? What was wrong with me? Taking in this Mrs. Classy wasn't doing anything extraordinary. It was just, for me, living my true values. Everything that was inside of me. It was recognizing that we were all in some ways connected, a part of an unspoken social contract. An unspoken contract to take care of others when life storms literally and figuratively hit you. So you might be wondering, why am I sharing this story with you tonight? Wouldn't that make me guilty of the same performative generosity I just critiqued? The truth is, this isn't about seeking applause, but it's to offer a reflection, a mirror, in actuality. It's an invitation for you to ask, what would you do in my place? What would you have done if the situation was the same? And the truth for you may lie in this answer. When God made man, he made him in his image. And when he breathed his breath into man, he breathed several attributes, and one was his love for mankind. And so therefore, when no one is looking except for you, remember the image that stares back at you is God. Caring for others shouldn't be uncommon, it should be commonplace. Thank you.